Hey friends, TUXX here. For this particular video, we're going to be checking out this Arcade Fun portable game console. It includes 200 games. Look at that. Looks kind of like a Game Boy. This is kind of like one of those small kind of knockoff game consoles. But you know what? This can be a lot of fun. And they're not that expensive either. So it can really be a good amount of fun versus a cost. So it's definitely something I love collecting these. If you go back to my channel, you'll see I have quite a few of these little game consoles. So this one here, very small in size. Definitely smaller than a Game Boy, but the size of a cell phone roughly. Okay, so not that hard to put in your pocket. It has a rechargeable battery, so that's a big plus. Some of the older ones are just basically triple A's or whatever, so it's nice, it's rechargeable. 3-inch screen, so that's a good size, and AV cables included, so good stuff. We got a little dinosaur, we got like a little Link guy, a little fighter guy. Checking out the side here, it has a little wee testimonial, if you will. Arcade Fun, play hundreds of classics with a super wide backlit LCD screen. Slim portable design is easy to carry anywhere with their rechargeable battery that ensures up to 6 hours of continuous gameplay. You know, 6 hours is a pretty good amount of time. So if that holds true, man, this could definitely be a winner for us. There's a barcode if you want to see that. But of course, I will have a link for this right below. So be sure and click that link to get yours at the very best price, okay? Looking at the back of it, again, enjoy 200 classic games. Did I say 200? I say play hundreds, okay? Enjoy 200 classic games in a compact and lightweight design. Choose from retro arcade games, puzzles, shooting, racer, fighters, adventure, and more. Great while traveling, camping, commuting, simply relaxing anywhere. You can easily connect to your television, interesting, with an even bigger picture for a bigger gaming experience. The games here, they show a couple example games. I don't think I know these, to be honest with you. Looks like some knockoffs of other arcade games, maybe early arcade games, but we'll find out here. I just say big screen gaming, shows a little cable here, plugs in, connects up to a bigger monitor, which is pretty cool. And again, the highlights would be easy to carry, rechargeable battery, 200 games, okay? I don't think you can add your own ROMs to this. Maybe we'll take a look at that later in the video. Let's go ahead and pop this open here and see what we have inside the box. I hate to break open boxes. Let me get my trusty scissors here and do a little snippy snip action for you. There we go. Again, I will try and have a link to this down below. And I have heard of people having some pretty good luck, actually, getting these little retro consoles and actually adding their own things to it. I've been using the Atari system I reviewed back a little while ago and adding all sorts of games to that. Now, we do have a few cables here. We do have this right here, which appears to be the AV cable. Very, very small cable, pretty thin, but it does have two little RCA patch cords. Very teeny, kind of cheap, but you know, it's free. Free included cable, not bad. And a little AV cable, like a little male cable. So there's that to hook it to your monitor. Okay, and that does have another cable here. This is for charging. And this does use the older style. It's not USB-C. It's like the older micro USB. I'm sure you've seen that before right there, and to USB. Okay, so really easy to charge. I'm sure you still have devices that use these older micro USB charger like that, and of course USB is very easy to plug in, so no problem charging it, I'm sure. And here's the device itself. We'll pull this out, and it has a nice Game Boy look, man. Here, let me fold this up real quick and put this to the side. There we go. And we have a little book, paper thin. Basic instructions. Does it even open? Let's see here. Of course, this is user manual for MIPG CO1-600 is the actual model number. And it looks like we have some simple instructions. I'm not going to read through the whole thing. It looks like we have TV output in the top, charging port in the top, on-off switch, reset, game keys. It definitely looks like a Game Boy, like a classic Nintendo Game Boy. Let's go ahead and check it out. We'll pull it out of the packaging here. And, you know, that does not look bad, actually. Oh, wait, it has a little scratch on the screen already. I wonder if this is like a cover, like a screen cover. Yeah, it looks like it is. Let me try and peel this off if I can without making it worse. Well, maybe I'll just leave it on for now, okay? Well, it looks like this does peel off. you might be careful not to scratch the surface. Looks like there's actually a scratch in the little cover. The feel itself is a texturized plastic. It feels like kind of like a cheap 3D printed plastic. Now this is interesting. It looks like there's an open spot here, so maybe, oh, okay, there's a rechargeable battery. I think back in the day they probably had the same unit where you could put AA or AAA batteries in here, and now they just made it rechargeable, which is good. I'd rather have it be rechargeable than not, but it's interesting actually have such an easy cover for replacing that rechargeable battery, so maybe you can get additional batteries and take them on longer trips, is a thought. But the case itself, again, plastic, it looks sharp, I think. I think it looks good, but it does feel like just kind of like cheap plastic. Looks like we do have a volume control right down here, so you can crank up the rockin' arcade sounds. And here's a little button. Let's see if it has power to the get-go. Oh, it does. Wow. Here, I'm going to dim the lights so you can see the screen better in the dark. Be right back. Okay, well, it definitely does have 201 games. I'm going to turn down the volume here. We're going to use the volume control here and turn it down just a little bit. There we go, so we can hear me talking to you. Okay, so you can see 200 games. Looks like we go through here. I'm going to show some of these names. Looks like a lot of weird arcade games I haven't heard of, but doesn't mean they're not fun. I'm sure there's some classic things like Pinball, Othello, Space Invaders. Okay, let's try that Space Invaders. This got me curious. Hopefully I hit the right button there. Oh, no, I guess not. All right, here, let's go down again. Oh, Excite Bike. That's interesting. Wow, okay. Pinball, Popeye, Space Invaders. You know, this sounds like it has arcade games. I mean, Popeye, Space Invaders, that sounds pretty good. Let's check out Space Invaders first. 1 or 2 players. Here we go. Wow, you know, that doesn't look bad. Guys, this looks pretty good. Look at it here. Hopefully I'm not making it hard for you to see here. Let me crank up the sound here a little. This actually looks pretty good. And this sounds pretty good too. You know what? This sounds alright. I don't know what version of Space Invaders this is. Like if it's like a later, it's color, so it's not the original, but it actually looks good and it feels kind of like an arcade ROM. So I think we're doing pretty good here. Sorry for the jiggly nature of my playing here. Hopefully the camera's catching this okay. Okay, so when you want to switch games, all you have to do is hit this button right here in the middle. Okay, see that button right there? Hit that button. That takes you back to the main menu. So let's go ahead and try another one. I did notice there was a high score screen on there, which had me kind of interested that, like, this really seems to be arcade ROMs, which is quite impressive. Here, let's try Popeye, the classic arcade Popeye, see if it's that or something different. That looks pretty good, guys. This actually looks like an NES ROM. Let me see here. Whoa, that looks good. That looks really good, guys, for being arcade Popeye. I wonder, let me know if you think this is arcade Popeye, or if this is like some other kind of weird, like, NES or something. Gotta get the hearts here. Oh. He's gonna jump up at me. You know, I'm really impressed that this is like actual arcade games. These games look good. We'll check out some more here in a second here. But yeah, I would say the way this is playing, this is not playing like an NES game. This is playing like an arcade ROM. So I'm quite impressed. It's gonna take too long to probably get all the hearts to fill up the row, but you get the idea. That's Popeye for you, and Popeye's looking pretty good. We'll go back here to the main menu, check out a few more here. We have Excite Bike, Popeye, Space Invaders, Duck, Hexa. Now some of these ones I've not heard of before. Twin Bee I've heard of. That's a good shooter. Tiger Heli's an arcade game I used to love playing when I was a little kid. Let's try that one and see. Oh, I need to go back. Oh, Spy Hunter 2, wow. All right, this is Tiger Heli. Oh yeah, this is arcade game, guys. This thing has arcade ROMs on it, which is excellent, actually. I'm very impressed that it's actually good games. We'll hit this real quick and see what this is like. Oh yeah, this is the real arcade ROM. That is super duper cool. We'll just check this for latency real quick here. Oh yeah, this plays great, guys. I'd say if anything, it might be a little hard to see on this little screen, so maybe you would want to hook up the AV cables to the hole up top there and actually play in a bigger monitor, especially for some of these games that are like arcade games that have pretty small pixels. But that's looking good, guys. I'm loving it. Let's go ahead and check out a few more games real quick to see what else is here on the menu. All right, so we got, let's see here, a lot of things I haven't heard of. Ghost Castle. Let's see here. Snow Brothers, I think, might be like a Super Mario 1 like arcade ripoff. Let's see what else we got here. Fish Story, Forest Adventure, Snow Brothers again. Let's see here. Twin Fish. Yeah, I'm kind of going through them. It looks like it has 10. I'm hitting this once, and I feel like it's going like much more. There we go. Okay. It's busting through these menus. Look at the numbers. You'll see it's like 10 right there. Okay, here. This is probably the better way, is using the arrow instead of the dot. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we have, let's see, Pebble, Snowball, Silent Hunter, Crystal Blast. Let's see, Little Witch Shoot. I think these are like a lot of cool older arcade games. Duck, Tiger, Heli, like I said, we tried that one. Let's try one more here. Let's just pick something kind of at random. I'll pick something, let's see here. Trying to see what's the craziest title I can find. Let's do this Snow Brothers. I think that's like, I kind of think that has to be like arcade Super Mario Brothers. Let's find out. Oh no, it's not. I don't know what that is. Wow, this is some kind of crazy Chinese knockoff game or something. Let's play it for fun though anyway and see. Is it like Super Mario Brothers? Oh yeah, it's even in Chinese. Look at the text there. All right, so out of the 200 game, like not all of them are gonna be winners. You're gonna have some kind of weird stuff here too, and maybe some that are in Chinese, you know. But that's okay. Let's see here. Oh, this looks like a fun game. The graphics look pretty good. Now this game here is called Turtles. I guess it's supposed to be like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It looks like that's like Splinter. And let's see here. Yeah, that looks like a turtle. This looks like this might be like an NES clone or something. This is not the arcade Turtles for sure. But it looks pretty good all the same. Oh no, poor turtle. Get out of the sewer, man. Alright, you know what? Not bad. Not bad for just being kind of like a little arcade game. Maybe some kind of early NES Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm not sure, but not bad. We'll hit back here, and again, it goes back to the full list of 201 games. So you do get a lot of variety for this. And a lot of these games, you can like look at the titles here. Some of these I've definitely heard of, like Bump and Jump. Let me play one more here. Bump and Jump is an arcade game I used to play lots of when I was a kid. It's a pretty fun game. So we'll, oops. Bump and Jump, we'll hit that. This is a classic arcade game. I feel like a lot of the ones like Tiger Heli and some of these arcade games I did recognize, like Bump and Jump. I don't remember if it was Stern or what company it was, but I think they were all like one company. And this one I definitely remember sinking some money in back when I was a little kid. Fun game, basically you bump cars off the road. And this is a game which I really don't see, you know, on a lot of consoles anymore, like classic arcade collections. Maybe it was Capcom or something. I don't really see this. The point was like jumping off, well, basically jumping on top of the cars or knocking them off the road and seeing how far you could get. And there's things that kind of come after. Yeah, there's power-ups there. I think that one thing is like a power-up. And here you don't want to go in the water, obviously, so there's times where you have to like jump over hazards, like, you know, problems in the road or whatever have you. But fun game. This, again, they're kind of small, so maybe it's the type of thing you'd want to play on like a larger screen. But it's really great it includes this game, because I would not have expected Bump and Jump out of all the weird old arcade games. Very surprising it would pick this one. But definitely a fun game on my past, which I'm happy is on here. Okay, to recap, this is Arcade Fun 200 games on a little console, and these aren't real expensive, so it's a great way of enjoying some classic games. I mean, this type of thing you could take to the beach, throw in the backpack, and you know what, if you lose it, it's not the end of the world. It's not like losing a Steam Deck or something that costs hundreds and hundreds of dollars, you know, but it's a great way of having some fun, rechargeable arcade games in your pocket all the time, you know, just when you need them. And there is some fun games on here with 200 games, you know, even if like, you know, 20% of them are favorite arcade games as a kid, like weird, like kind of hidden classics or, you know, sleepers from back in the day. That's pretty cool, actually, you know, and maybe some of these other ones you never heard of could be insanely fun too. Maybe you never tried them, you know. So anyway, guys, if you're interested in this particular item here, I will have a link for you right below. Click that link to make a great gift for somebody. 200 games, that's a lot of games. Keep someone going for a good long time, guys, without a whole lot of money. It's not real expensive. It's a great way of getting into video games and having a little system that looks like a Nintendo and plays 200 games on one system. You know, nice long battery life or chargeable battery. There's a lot to like, guys. Click that link down below. Get in the video game revolution. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. tuxtoys@gmail.com. All right? All right, friends. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Click the link.